Welcome to Malcom Reed's How to Barbecue Right, a podcast where we talk about barbecue, share recipes, and discuss all things delicious. And now, here's your host, Malcom and Rachelle Reed.
Hey, welcome back to the How to Barbecue Right Podcast. I'm your host, Malcom Reed, joined by my lovely wife, Miss Southern Shell, talented and beautiful as always. Shell, what's happening?
It's a fantastic day. I woke up in a great mood today.
Did you?
Yeah. This is our last hoorah.
Last weekend before school starts back. That's kind of like a milestone in our house. We've been counting those summer days down. We put Michael back in school. We can get on a routine. We crank the videos back up, all that good stuff. Yeah. Summer's over. Are you bummed though? I'm really not.
We traveled so much this summer. I feel like we haven't spent a lot of time at home and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That's my only thing.
That's what we're going to do this weekend. So we got a couple we got a get together you got to go to tomorrow for the kids back to school thing, right?
Yeah.
The Russells.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to get in the pool and maybe throw some stuff on the grill.
Keep it easy. Keep it light.
I ain't smoking anything yet. We're going to fire the grills up. It's still hot as hell down here.
Yeah.
But. What are we cooking this weekend, you know? Cook some brats, some sausages and stuff, easy stuff.
Well, what did you talk about cooking tonight?
Oh, tonight I'm doing Mediterranean dinner.
So how are you going to do that?
I'm going to get some lamb. I'm going to cut it up, marinate it, and I'm going to get some chicken thighs. I think I'm going to do all dark meat, just thighs. And I'm going to marinate those, boneless, skinless thighs, and then I'm going to throw them on the grill, kind of fast, kebab style. Get some bread, like naan bread or something. Do some vegetables, kind of with the vegetable. I'm probably going to use some of that Traeger vegetable season. That stuff's pretty good.
It is.
But like zucchini and, yellow squash and onions and tomatoes and things like that. And then we're just going to make a big platter. I'll probably put together a tzatziki sauce and, it'll be kind of like build your own little, not gyro, but, I guess like a pita thing.
Yeah.
Is what I'm
that's
going
kind
for.
of a gyro.
Yeah. But that's what we're going to eat tonight.
It's a quick gyro. Yeah.
And then probably we're going to cheat and buy some of that Sabra hummus dip.
You can't make hummus that good,
It's too easy to buy.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy a bunch of garbanzo beans, chickpeas, or whatever it is they put in it.
We don't want to spend that much time on that today. It's more about relaxing.
But I'm just going to make a quick marinade. I'll probably put the chicken in some kind of yogurt marinade, put the lamb and something with some seasoning and herbs. You got to have some olive oil. Probably have to buy some good olives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. It's going to be kind of summery.
And then tomorrow we'll just see what happens.
Probably catch some fish out of the lake.
Maybe some brats and some dogs.
Yeah, something easy.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to watch some football last night. That was fun. A little bit. A little preseason action just to get your blood pumping. I'm just excited about that.
How was the game?
It was good.
From what I saw, wasn't really paying that much attention.
I was kind of watching the young guys playing. Denver had a new quarterback from Missouri that looked he looked all right.
Oh, really? Preseason games are just, they're not that interesting.
I watched first couple quarters of them anyway.
Yeah.
See what's going on. Then I put it over on Shark Week.
Well, last night we watched BBQ Brawl.
Oh, yeah. What'd you think about it? What was your take on BBQ Brawl?
It was
same old.
Same old.
Yeah. No, I mean, we know all the people that's on it. I don't know Bobby Flay or Michael Simon.
Yeah.
But Mo, Amy, Chris,
Tuffy, you should be judging that show. You should not be cooking on that show.
But yeah, there's some great people. Lene was on there. She did good on there. Yeah. There's a few people that I didn't know, but I do follow them on Instagram.
Yeah.
Hey girl, hey. She's from out close to Salt Lake City. Yeah. Was it Lehigh, Utah? It said.
Was she at the Traeger deal?
Phil the Grill. He said he's from the Bronx, but I think he lives out. I think he's out in Arizona now, like Phoenix area or something. That's what it said. I don't know if she was there.
I don't know. I just think Tuffy is like top. He's won
5 world championships.
I know, but the way he cooks, the way he's consistent, precise.
Oh, yeah. He needs his own show.
He needs more of his own show than
so running after some coolers of meat, trying to run over there and get your stuff, throw it on these timed up things. I don't know, man. I guess that works for Food Network. I hope it does well. People watch it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's always good to have some barbecue stuff out there in front of a bunch of viewers. So.
Yeah. The one thing that sometimes you watch that show and you're like, what are you doing? The 1 hour ribs was, that was a bold move.
You knew that was, I told you that when I saw it. Nope, ain't got enough time. Which, I'm very skeptical. Are they really I mean, I guess they did stick to that time on that one.
Yeah.
But when they had Bobby and Michael Simon do the chicken challenge, and they're like 40 minutes or was it 45? It was 40 minutes or 45 minutes
to prep
to cook.
And
to prep and cook chicken. And you got Michael Simon marinated. He marinated a spatchcock chicken and he got it cooked. I ain't buying it.
Yeah.
And it looked cooked all the way. I was like, no.
They gave them as much time as they needed.
I don't care what there ain't no hot and fast for that. You could have had it at 500 degrees and it still wouldn't have been that cooked. I don't think.
But it looked good. It was cooked through. It was juicy. I mean, it was,
I ain't buying it. I think you saw some magic of TV happen right there. They probably wouldn't own up to it, but hey, it happens.
This week you also cooked a ribeye that was money.
Yeah, those were some A5s that I got from down the butcher shop.
So what's an A5? That's
Wagyu.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Australian
mid-level. Mid-level Australian. It's not like the A9s like we cooked the brisket.
Yeah.
But it's marbled up. It was really good. I mean, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do much to it. I wanted to taste the Wagyu-ness. Is it Wagyu or Wagyu? However you say it. But I wanted to taste that fat in it. So I just a little AP and run it.
Yeah. And
then I also did some portobello caps to go with it. And on those, I drizzled them in olive oil, a little salt and pepper. And then I bought some of that butter that you like. It's Land O'Lakes.
Herb and garlic
butter.
Yeah.
And so I just put a spoon.
Doesn't have it. Walmart has it.
That's where we found it local. Yeah. But it's a Land O'Lakes product. Comes in like a little tub. It is like it's a really good little compound butter without having to do anything for it.
Yeah.
It's got all the seasonings in it. It tastes good. And I just put a big spoon, a dollop of it on the inside of the cap of the mushroom.
No seasoning. You just did olive oil.
A little bit of salt and pepper, olive oil. That was it. And let that butter melt. And then when it got time to flip those caps, I just took that butter that it all kind of melted in the cap and caught it after it done, spread all out. When I flipped them, I kind of picked each one up, drained it over the steak, and then put it down. So you got some of that essence of on top of the steak. The steaks were about done. Then I finished up the shrooms, but they both cook in, I don't know, less than 8 minutes. It don't take long.
Yeah. It's
because you're not you don't want to cook the texture out of the mushroom. It still needs to have a little bit of firmness to it. Mm-hmm. But
it was a perfectly cooked mushroom. How long did
about 8 minutes total.
8 minutes.
Yeah.
So about the same long.
So I did the same. I started them just a few minutes early because the steaks were probably 12 to 14 ounces.
Yeah.
Took about.
They weren't real thick.
Yeah. I was about a 6 minute ribeye on them because we eat them on the rare side, rare, medium, rare plus, I guess you'd call it. But that's what I was looking for. So I was on like that, 130, 145 to twist, another flip, same thing, check it. When I was seeing like 122, they was off. And so that was, about 6 minutes. Cooked them on the PK over some good royal oak lump. It was hot. And I rolled them out.
PK 360? Or
yeah.
Steak
360.
Yeah.
No, man, my other PKs are still in the steak trailer. I hadn't even unloaded them.
Yeah.
I gotta get all my trailers back. It's time to get everything ready for the fall.
Get it cleaned up, winterized.
Not winterized, just
I don't know.
Ready to
what
go.
Do you do?
Ready to go. Yeah, they get them restocked, reloaded. Make sure the air isn't tired and they're looking good. Because they've been sitting for a little while. I got a contest coming up next week over in Arkansas.
Take the steak trailer?
Nobody's going with us.
Yeah,
it's just me and you and probably Michael. So
and we got
we'll probably just throw it in the truck.
So it's not like if it gets hot, we can go to the.
I'm thinking pop up, one folding table, PK grill, a couple chairs, cooler. That's it. Cooking tote.
We're going. Keep it simple. Keep it fun.
Traveling fast. But that's going to be a good contest. If any of y'all in the Melbourne, Arkansas area, it's a first time event. Townsend Spice is putting on. Mm-hmm. Shane and Lawson's helping out, hosting that one at the Country Club there, right? Yeah. It's at the Country Club in Melbourne. Beautiful location. They got a great little restaurant. I mean, they got a guy cooking some awesome food in that clubhouse. Mm-hmm. So that we ate there last time we were there.
It's just somebody that knows how to cook.
Yeah, man.
I'd rather eat
real good.
From somebody.
Yeah, it's not chef. It's just good food. It surprised me for being a clubhouse at a golf course.
And they say it's like that all the time. They eat there a lot.
They've got. I bet you they have 30 something cooks there. Some of the guys chasing points will be there. Yeah. I saw John Lindsay signed up. Johnny Joseph signed up. Jennings are going to be there. We kind of know them. Yeah. I'm sure there'll be some other SCA folks that we recognize, but all the people that normally cook with us, kind of the steak team, are going different ways.
Yeah.
Mark and Emily Swine Life, they're going up to Pellet Grills. They're having a Grill-a-Fest or something like that. If y'all are Isn't that in Michigan?
Somewhere in Michigan.
I forget what town it is, but it's wherever Pellet Grills headquarters is. They're going to be up there doing grillers. I guess it's like a appreciation type deal. It's not a contest or anything. They're just demoing grills, doing different, showing you how to cook different stuff on them.
Like an egg fest. It's a grill fest.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You just walk around, you sample food.
Watch some demos. Yeah, get to try a lot of food.
You probably learn a lot from, the people doing demos. Because I know Mark and Emily are demoing steak on a pellet grill, I think. So.
Nibble me this. What's his name?
Chris.
Chris, yeah, he's going to be up there doing some stuff on the ceramic Kong. I forget, Mark said he's doing meatloaf, and he's doing some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Mark and Emily are doing ribeyes. They're going to show you how to cook ribeyes on the grill. I'm sure Shane Draper will be up there doing, some barbecue stuff. It's probably a good time. I wish that's something that, it'd been fun to go to if we had something else going on. Well, I don't know where Jay's going to be.
He hasn't decided. He might come and go.
I hope he does.
Yeah. And Waylon's going to be
Waylon's in Europe on the Euro trip. He's over there at some hostel probably. Hemmed up.
Last weekend we went to Code 3.
Yes.
In Collinsville, Illinois.
It was what did they call that festival? Do you
Smoking
remember?
on Main.
Smoking on Main. Man, I'm telling y'all what, that was an awesome time. They asked us to come up there and didn't ask us to cook anything. They just wanted us to come and hang out. Code 3, I guess would you call them a rub and sauce company?
Oh, definitely.
They started their own, rubs, and they have sauces, but they have a store where they sell grills, they do classes, and they wanted to kind of give back they're all about giving back. Code 3, I think they're both, is Michael and Chris, are they both retired, first responders? I know Mike used to be a cop. And I don't know Chris's backstory on that, but they give a lot back as far as proceeds to their products when they make a sale goes back to, first responders and stuff like that. That's what the whole company is based on. And they wanted
do all kinds of events to raise money for different things. This particular event went to the National Veterans Foundation.
It did. And partial to their local food bank.
Yeah.
So they're really helping out, but this is their third year doing it in Collinsville. And it was a cool town. And I've never been to that part of Illinois.
It was a beautiful town.
Yeah, it was
small
neat.
Town feel. That's one of those contests that I really like to do because it's usually right on the square. It's kind of a festival and an event. It's not just
competition.
You're not just out there in a field cooking somewhere.
Yeah.
You can walk around. You can look. They had vendors. They had
tons of
bands.
Vendors.
Yeah. I love those events.
What was your favorite thing that you tried food-wise from the vendor?
I had a pork belly taco.
That was good.
Yeah. So they took pork belly burn-ins. That's what it was. It was a pork belly burn-in taco. It was pork belly burn-ins, a little cajita cheese. Did I say that right? Cotija cheese. Some pickled red onions.
And some slaw, wasn't it?
Some sort of slaw. Yeah. It was very, very good. It was a good idea. I liked it. Kind of want to recreate it myself.
Do you? Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. My favorite thing I tried, I wish I could remember the guy's name, but he come up and gave me a big bologna. He knew it was like Mississippi, like bologna, right? He's like, big, thick smoked bologna sandwich with slaw and a sauce on it. I was like, oh man, you speaking my language with that.
It was good too.
We call it Mississippi prime rib down here. And that was the best. I didn't get to try pork steak. So the contest, they had an SCA contest going on. They had a pro division, St. Louis Barbecue Society contest, a backyard division, and they ran a pork steak contest. Mm-hmm. So I did the rewards I kind of did the announcing for handing out trophies and all that for calling out the numbers for the pork steak and the SCA contest. And that was cool. I guess that's the second time I've got to do something like that.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Pretty good at it.
Yeah, I liked it, man. That's fun being up there. You get to stay on stage the whole time. It's not just going up once. So that was fun.
Yeah. There's no disappointment in that game.
Yeah, no disappointment. You just all cheer. So, but we also got to hang out with Dave Raymond, Sweet Baby Ray's. Man, he is such a cool guy.
Yeah, he is.
He's a barbecue legend, man. He really is. I know everybody's seen Sweet Baby Ray's sauce, but he's got a great story. If you ever get a chance to shake his hand or meet him, he's just a down-to-earth guy.
Yeah.
He really is. And I think they still operate one restaurant in Chicago area, like South Chicago somewhere.
And they have a big catering.
Yeah, they do a lot of catering. Dave gives a lot. He's big into that too, giving back. So he came down and we did a meet and greet. He mentors
a lot of people in the industry too.
Well, we did a meet and greet at the Code 3 store where we just, I didn't know what to expect. Mainly for 2 hours, we just stood around, and anybody that wanted to talk or ask questions, we talked and asked questions, took pictures, shook hands. I mean, it was a lot of fun. We got to see and meet so many people that I never get to do if you're cooking at a contest. Mm-hmm. So I like that part of it. And then we got to go, hang out after, in the evenings. We weren't tied to our site or anything like that. I could see going out and doing some more of that. That's fun stuff.
Yeah, the alarm didn't have to go off so early. On
No,
Saturday
man,
morning.
I didn't set an alarm. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll be here when y'all get here. 10's cool. I was like, what? You mean I don't have to get up at 6? I could do that. They were up. Man, they were out there like 5 because they had teams moving in each day. He's like, yeah, we left out of here.
Organizing.
Mike said he went home one night at like 1:30 and it was back at 5.
Yeah.
I mean, that's barely time to get home, shower, and even think about going to sleep.
I mean, you know how it is when you're doing stuff like that.
Yeah, it goes fast.
Yeah. And
I
then
bet you when it was over, they were kicked back. Which we left we had to get back Sunday to get Michael, but so we came on back and we were home by 2:00 that afternoon, weren't we? I think we got
3,
on the road, 2 or 3. Yeah.
We also met Chef Josh. Thank you for the
the bottle. That's when I got this bottle of Jack Daniels. Not only is the Jack Bung Draw coming up, was it August 8th or something like that? There's a bunch of teams already know they made it, 7 winners, but all the teams that have got their and all the teams that had their names in the hats for winning grands in their states or whatever will be pulled next week.
We'll talk about the Jack.
Yeah,
and
but anyway, that's why I said it here because Chef Josh, born to chef on Instagram. Y'all check him out. He helps out Mike and Chris a ton at the store, but he's a cool guy, and it was good to meet. We met some new great friends up there, and I look forward to going back to Collinsville. Yeah. I told him I wanted to come back.
I want to do the pork steak. Enter that contest. Steak. Yeah, you bring your own pork steak too. So.
Yeah, it has to be within. What do you say? 1 inch to 1.5 inch thick.
Yeah.
Somewhere, no, 3/4 inch to 1.5. It's anywhere in there is fine. You bring your own. Cook them how you want to.
I saw a lot of people using killer hogs ropes out there too.
A lot.
I don't know if they saw you walk by and pulled it out of
that's what it was.
Sure, and set it out. I don't know.
Maybe that's just for show and throw people off.
Maybe.
Man, I was surprised by all the drums up there. That's drum country. I guess you got gateway drums up there, but I saw a bunch of different kinds. But I would say,
what was the square?
80% of the teams were cooking on drums.
They would have huge rigs.
I'll tell you the coolest one I saw.
4 drums.
Those, and I want one now. I've never seen one. A rectangle. Do you remember those? Mm-hmm. It was like it's a rectangle drum. I guess it's not really square. But I guess you call it. It's more rectangle. I guess they play on rectangle. Yeah,
really.
I like it because you can put a full pan in it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no scrunching up anything. The fire basket's below. It's got like a deflector plate right above the fire. Draws in. Cool lid. I mean, the
lid doesn't come off either. It's hinged, right?
Yeah. I think it's made on. What I liked about the lid, though, it gave you another 2 or 3 inches, it looked like, in it. So you could put something on top
like
rack.
A turkey or something.
Yeah. It'd hold the whole shoulder up there.
Yeah.
Briskets. Dude told me.
You've always said you want a square drum.
I've been wanting one.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. New grill.
I can't really argue with that one. It's
Mojo and Mark got me one of them Diggum Outlaws now. That's how Jay ended up from Mojo, Tennessee Mojo ended up coming to Collinsville because he was going to somewhere in Indiana. He said middle of cornfield, Indiana, or wherever it was.
To pick up.
Excuse me.
To pick
up a couple. He was picking up 2 outlaw smokers.
What are outlaw smokers?
They're offsets, stick burners, kind of like a Jambo.
I was going to ask, what's the difference?
Souped up. They come with all the customizations. I mean, it's got the nice racks and it's got the firebox already in. They're just souped up offsets. And
they're smaller too.
I think the guy's name building them's Jay. Was it Jay Craig maybe? I don't know. But I think his name is Jay though. But anyway, check him out. Outlaw Smokers. There's some cool pits. But I saw one he built that I was like, man, if I get one, I want it. It's a double barrel one. Like Tuffy's got the double barrel Jambo.
Mm-hmm. How do you move that around?
It just hooks up to a ball on the back. It ain't nothing. You could do it.
Nope.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nope.
No, I'm sure he's got a little jack. You can pull it right around. It's no bigger. I mean, it's just, if you think of them, it's still, probably less than 7.5 foot wide.
Okay.
No wider than a regular trailer. It's just one pit on one side and one pit on the other.
Does one fire feed both? Or
They're two individual pits.
They're just together.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the one he could build, man, it had to be a super custom one. It's all stainless out, but it had like I think if I remember seeing right, it was like a 30-inch diameter barrel on one side. So it's cooking whole hogs on it.
Wow.
And it had a hog carousel that pulled out, the shelf pulled out, it spun like our old hickory ones.
Yeah.
So you could work on it and put it back in. So you could actually cook a whole hog on an offset like that.
Can you imagine what that hog would taste like?
I bet it'd be awesome. I bet it'd be unbelievable cook like that. I never had one. A hog on an offset. So might be a reason just to get it to cook a hog.
I kind of want to try that.
I got Jamie getting our hog trailer ready too. I just got the itch, man. I gotta cook. I need to cook a hog. Mark's wanting to, I guess around Halloween, build a cinder block pit, put rebar on it. He's already got the spanded metal for the rack and everything, and do a Sam Jones style whole hog. Where we salt it, put it on, flip it, cook it till it's done. Man, get us a burn barrel going, do the whole. I've never cooked one. Oh, well, I've been part of cooking one like that. Never done it from start to finish.
All on your own, on that style.
Yeah. I've just been there like during the prep, get it on. Cause man, it's an ordeal. You got to man it all night.
Yeah.
It ain't like it's cooking 10 hours. You're burning down coals, keeping those hot, shovel them around, making sure. I mean, that's hog cooking in its purest form, I think. Other than digging a hole in the ground and burying it and, that style. That's how that's kind of the, I guess, would you call it? I could call it Carolina's style of cooking hogs on pits. Like I would.
That. I mean, it's not just Carolina's, but they've kind of
they've taken that. Yeah. I don't know who the first was. That's the first I heard doing it. We
were talking to Dave Raymond this weekend about cooking whole hogs, and he said the best he ever had was Sam Jones.
Really? I've never had that. Yeah, I remember him saying that.
And you said, and isn't that crazy because it's just salt? And he said something to the
90 years experience.
Well, the pit. He was talking about how the pits have
and that has to be so true.
Flavor, yeah.
You got to imagine when they're cooking. I don't know how many cooks a week on it. I would guess a dozen or more. Yeah, I don't know, and you get all that flavor cooking in the same pits. He's got that's got to be so much flavor to it. It just gets better. So I want to try that. So we have Sam Jones' cookbook. Yeah. Have you read it? No. I flipped through it. I started. Yeah. You got me like 3 cookbooks at the same time.
Yeah, I know. Well, are you going to read it and follow the method? His method to a T? Or are you going to do like...
Oh, you need salt. Yeah. Build the pit and put salt on it. He said, of course there's more to it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What's with you today?
Man, I don't know. Something's got me choked up. I'm talking high. But yeah, so that's something we got coming up. We're gonna do some hog cooking.
Perfect. Do some videos with it too. Definitely. Yeah. I know Mark.
I really just want to cook a hog at the house for the fun of it. Yeah. Invite some people over and we're gonna have a hog picking. And it's not gonna be a contest style hog or anything.
Oh no.
I'm just cooking some eating.
Yeah.
Hog.
Can we put the whole hog down on the table? Like on the...
Bring it out, put it on the table and do it? Yeah. Let everybody pick their own? Yeah. That'd be fun.
Some buns and some,
If you want to get on that invite list, hit me up.
DM me.
There's some good football games coming up. That's perfect time to cook hog and watch football.
Heck yeah, before it gets too cold.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's going to be coming up quick.
Let's do that.
Just
made a plan.
It is. So what else are we talking about? Barbecue gadgets. Well, because I see you've got this heat wave sitting here.
Yes.
And this is, I guess it's made or...
We didn't know about it till this weekend.
I didn't know about these pellet grills. It's got a company called Smoking Brothers. And they're made right up in Cape Girardeau, close to Old Hickory.
Really?
And so Code 3 was selling these pits. I've never seen one. I mean, they're pretty cool. Look like
there was a lot of people out using
it. It looks like a standard pellet grill,
In the area.
But I felt them in the store, and they were built a little heavier. But what caught my eye was they had these heat waves stacked up beside them. And they said, oh, you never grilled a steak with these heat waves on the pellet grill. And I was like, no, what is it? And he's like, well,
what is it?
I hadn't even opened them, but he told me what it was. And so I'm going to use them.
Okay.
Because they gave me a set to go home. You know, they gave us like, oh, you cook steaks on the trays. I'm going to open them right now.
Well, he gave us an extra one to give away, too.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how we're going to give it away. I haven't decided that. But.
You know, I need to do a cook and then do whoever comments or shares it or something on cook with them. This is not a paid advertisement or anything. I just want to see how it works. And all it is, I can tell you right now looking at it. So you got your pellet grill grate. And these go on the front and the back of the grate. You can see they're grooved, and what it's doing, instead of letting that heat,
right?
Well, it's deflecting the heat. Normally in a pellet grill, the heat comes around the heat diverter over the rack and goes up the sides of the grill, up the lid, up the sides. Well, this just catches it throws it. It throws your heat great level.
Yeah,
it never lets it go up the walls. It throws it back great level. So it's
specifically for grilling.
Chef Josh told me he's done them without them. Great level. Grill's running about 350. You know, your grate's running about 350, somewhere in there. Maybe you can get it a little hotter, but normally it's about 350. But with these, he's seeing 650 degrees great level, just running the pit at 350, just channeling the air over it. So, I'm going to try it.
So, could you use that
on the box?
with
they got steaks,
grates?
chicken. Yeah. Oh, that's what I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like, man, you want to get some better grill marks? Try these. And I said, all right, I'll try them.
Yeah.
I'm down.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, it's a simple idea.
Yeah.
It's just another piece of metal that you're putting on there, kind of diverting them.
Yeah. So
I could see how it could work, especially if you're
you'd pull it off.
If you're chasing those are they called ransoms or whatever they are in the SCA where if you win on a pellet grill or like I think RecTech has one. I don't know who else, bounties. But yeah, so you might get you a set of these and try it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it. See,
it's not for low and slow cooking.
No, it's for grilling. It's for grill marks. Yeah, it's for setting grill marks on something. Just because you need, pellet grills. Grill grates help. You can definitely crank them up. But if you can run them, not have to run them wide open. So like to get grill marks on the Traeger, what I did the other day with that steak, when I did the last video, it was like a comparison.
Yeah.
I cranked it as high as it would go.
Yeah.
It's like 450, 500 degrees with grill grates, and it would sear. You could do that. It's running it like a propane grill or a regular grill, whatever.
Yeah.
But with these, you're supposed to be able to run it at, say, 350. Or at least that's what I was told. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Yeah. But I'm going to try it. I mean, see.
There's some pellet smokers that won't get up to 500.
Yeah.
That's not an option.
No, most of them limit it out at 450.
Yeah.
It's probably just safety precautions. I don't want people burning down their houses on these cheap, thin grills, We don't want it to run that high.
Yeah.
Or to burn it back.
There's some, I think, that are limited out at 350.
Are they?
Some of the cheaper
some
ones.
Of them, some of them just have smoke, high-low or something like that. The old school ones.
But this
will help. Supposedly they'll help. I hadn't tried them. Hey, what does it say? What models does it say it fits? Doesn't say.
Exploding brats. It says
exploding brats. Yeah. Sear and enjoy. Enhances wood pellet grilling.
But because
SmokingBrothers.com is where you get them. You remove the grate. You place the wave. You place the heat waves on the back grate ledge. Place the grate back. Lift the front of the grate. Put the front one on. Start the grill normally. Set to 400. Allow the grate to heat up for 15 minutes. Remember, you're cooking at high heat, so cook times will be shorter and the heat wave will be hot. So don't go grabbing it. That's just a general disclaimer. Ryan F. Tink. That's the guy from Smoker Brothers. Oh, they did have a little cool, you can't see it, but it was like a little pellet grill. It looked like a barn with a silo.
Yeah. I
thought
did
was
see that.
Cool.
But we don't know if this works or not. But because you got this, it gave us the idea to do BBQ Gadgets as our topic.
As our topic this week. We're going to talk about other gadgets that I've used and that I think are worthwhile. How about that? They don't necessarily have to be, when I think of gadget, I think of something electronic. These are kind of gadgets, accessories, cross the line or whatever.
Anything that you add almost like after the fact.
Well, speaking after talking about these, I'm going to tell you my number one, if you want to call it gadget, accessory, or what, for grilling's a set of grill grates.
Yeah.
I've said that before.
I would say you have a few.
What comes to mind?
A thermopan.
That's not a gadget or accessory. That is a required piece of equipment. You got your grill or smoker, you got your thermopan. Those are with you at all times. That ain't something you add.
That's
something you got to have. I ain't joking.
Well, then grill grates would be a second one.
Yeah.
Why do you like grill grates so much?
Because it makes it easy. You don't have flare up. I would like it. One, contains all the dripping, so it's not you're not going to get a ton of flare ups on them. Mm-hmm. But it puts beautiful grill marks on them. It makes it easier to move them around because the grill tools go down below the grates, and it's a smart idea. Yeah, and especially if you're doing like steak contest or pork steak contest, any kind of grilling contest, man, they work.
You don't have
to me, and they're great replacements for a grill. A lot of times you buy a grill, they've skimped on the stainless on the rack, or you'll have them long enough to where they, I don't know, rust or whatever, falling apart. You put some grill grates on there, and man, they're good to go.
It makes grilling so much easier.
It does.
Diffuses the heat, so you get having more even.
That does do that. Radiates good even heat.
And it's so much easier to flip your steaks, your burgers, or whatever, like you said, because your little tool just goes right in between there, pops it up.
They even got a simpler one. It's like a set of tongs.
That's what I like to use.
You can't mess them up with that.
But for doing fish and stuff, it's even better. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of grill grates. Always have been. Brad's a great guy.
Why do they say? Why are some people against having grill marks on?
Because you're not getting maximum caramelization of the meat.
Okay.
If you really want true,
you've told me that before.
There's true, I don't know, Maillard reaction, whatever it is, across all the surface.
Yeah.
You want like cast iron or something like that to do it. Hey, I like the grill grate look. I like it.
So,
and that's just enough reaction to me.
Leaf lighter.
That's a good gadget. You bought me one for a birthday.
A while ago.
Man, it's been 5 years.
We were at the old house. I know that.
It's been at least, man, it may be longer. No, it's probably been, as old as Michael.
It's not that
when they first come out, but I use it. It stays in our barbecue trailer. It's how I'd like to drum. We light our old hickory with it.
What is it? A leaf lighter?
The one I have is corded. Doesn't produce a flame. It forces hot air out the end. It looks like a flamethrower, but
it's kind of like a super duper hairdryer.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I don't know how it works. I'm no scientist, but it's forcing hot air. Do not put it on yourself or near yourself or anything. Don't touch the metal of it. Just touch the handle. But it fires up charcoal within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You take it, you push the button on it, it's pulling some dead cone. It's probably, I don't know how much power it pulls, but it kicks our generator up a notch when I fire it, And, I don't know, you can have a chimney going 5 minutes tops, rolling. I mean, the leaf lighter is bad to the bone.
Yeah.
If you need a quick starter and you got access to electricity. Now, I believe over the years, there have been knockoffs.
Oh, I'm sure.
I think there's Loof may even make a cordless version now where it's something you charge or whatever. I got the one you plug in and it works fine.
Like you charge it like a dustbuster?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. That's a good invention for Dyson to make. Seems like they'd have a good lighter like that.
They have a heck of a hairdryer. I know that.
Think you can turn that thing to Loof setting?
We had someone email us, and they had this pretty cool invention. It was almost like a flamethrower to light charcoal, and it was really cool. And I was like, "Oh, this is awesome! Can we get some more information on it?" I showed you.
You were interested.
Yeah, we were interested in selling. He's like, "Well, I haven't manufactured them yet.
He's had the idea.
I need you to help me promote my GoFundMe page." I'm like, "No,
yeah, that ain't happening. Let me know when you got a prototype.
Yeah,
I'll try
exactly.
It out.
I don't know anything about this. Anyway,
I'm in the market for one of those Tesla flamethrowers. That's what I want to start my charcoal with.
It's called not a flamethrower.
Yeah, is that what it is? It's not a flamethrower.
I don't think you can get them.
They sold out. No, he only made so many. So I think Joe Rogan has one. He always has his guys take pictures with it.
Put it on your wish list.
I want one of them bad. Yeah. I think you can buy one for a couple $1,000.
Oh, that's it. Birthday's coming up.
I'd rather have that rectangle.
The rectangle? Yeah. I actually emailed them, and they hadn't emailed me back.
Really?
Yeah. Because they don't have a place like where to buy or anything like that. Yeah. It says contact us for information on how to buy. Because I was thinking about getting you one for your birthday.
Oh, yeah? Oh, that'd be sweet.
I was ruining the surprise. But they hadn't emailed me back, and I did that like Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to contact them again. Rectangle, I'm interested in buying a square drum for me. What about temp controls?
Oh, well.
Do you call that a gadget?
Yes.
That's definitely a gadget.
The one I use the most and I've always used is the BBQ Guru. Now, I have a new one. And
is that Michael's company, BBQ Guru?
I don't know who has that.
Oh, okay. He's Flame Boss.
Yeah.
I
have one of his. I've never tried it either. I need to try it. But yeah, I have the CyberQ that I use all the time. I've had different ones over the years. We've had one of the little small ones. I forget what it's the one that works off a battery. It works good. But the one, those things work. Pit controllers. I mean, all it is, if you got a pit.
Depending on your pit.
And where I find them exceptionally handy is if you're going to be gone or you want to get some sleep or something, you don't have to worry about it. We started using them on backwood smokers because we could put the fan in there, we could set it, we could put the meat probe on it, clip the temp probe to the dial,
fill the water
or
pan
the
up.
rack, fill the water pan up, and go to bed. And that Guru, the pit controller, would hold it there for hours. Keeps the fire down low. You pretty much shut all the vents. The only air getting in is
what the
fan's
allowing.
producing,
yeah.
and so they work. And the one I use now, I put on my drum. They all have different adapters to fit different type pits.
I know it works on that drum.
Oh man, it'll hold it wherever you want. And there's no, when you work a drum, you can take the lid off. It gets way up ahead of you. Then you got to play with adjusting it. Man, if you got that thing on there, it nails it right back in.
Yeah.
I'm talking almost instantly.
Especially if you have a dot watching the meat.
Yeah,
you don't have to open it at all.
No, you really don't. Well, all of them have built in, like I got the app and I put my meat probe. I think it'll hold I don't remember how many in mine. Maybe 4.
For the Guru?
Yeah. 4 meat probes and a temp probe, I'm pretty sure.
Really? And
the one I have, the CyberQ one. But the new ThermalWorks has one, the Billows. I haven't played with it. I got it in the box in there on my desk right now. And I'm going to, man, I swear, I'm going to do I'm going to fire because I'm going to put it on drum. I know how the Guru's doing on the drum. If it does the same, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. It's my, seal of approval, whatever you want to call it.
I just know how ThermalWorks products are.
And they put they don't release them unless they're going to do
very
their
high
job.
quality.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had Thermopens for 10 years,
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how it performs next to the other things on the market.
Yeah. But I think there's definitely, like, if you're running an offset smoker and you like building a fire and putting sticks of wood on, those things ain't for you. But if you like getting some sleep.
There's no point in having it for a pellet grill either.
Right. Yeah. No point in having it for a pellet grill. They're really for smokers that you want to walk away and leave and have presence of mind that the cooker's not running away from you or it's staying temp. And now they have them as simple as you just set a temp on it and that's all it does. Or you can even get mobile apps to where you can see what's going on. You can make adjustments on your phone to it, all that. So they're as fancy as you want to get them now. But I think there's definitely a great gadget or accessory.
This isn't really a gadget, but it's like grill brushes, boards,
scrapers. Man,
that's an accessory, bro.
Tell you what, I don't want to have to get my throat cut and become wires dug out. Have you been seeing these Facebook? I don't know if it's, half the crap you see on there. You don't know if it's true or what.
I haven't seen it.
But there's been, I've noticed it, and I don't know if it's just because Facebook listens to all our conversations. But I've been seeing these pop-ups where these people were, just a warning. I had to have, we were doing a barbecue and a bristle came off and they got these horrendous, graphic scars on their necks where they've had to go in and get these little, you think that's propaganda?
I don't know.
You think it's grill brush propaganda? But that leads me back to the ones I've been liking are these wooden scrapers. Until I see somebody having to get a splinter dug
Board
out of
scraper
them.
people have put this out there.
You think that's what it is?
No. I mean,
I can see
they've
it.
said that for years that they come off.
The one thing now, they've said it a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it a lot, and I've used them. I still have some of them,
Well, which
but I don't
ones?
use the
that
ones
are long and curled.
No, those really don't have bristles. I think it's the ones you see at Walmart.
Yeah,
that are in they have the little bitty wires on them, and they're flimsy, and sometimes they'll have a little scraping blade.
Well.
I just mush them. They end up mushing down.
Yeah.
And do they come off? Maybe so.
Yeah, I can totally see that.
But I don't see, what I don't see is, okay, if you're using that to clean your grill, how is that bristle? Is it staying on the rack? It wouldn't clean.
How do you chew it and swallow it without knowing it if it's that big?
Microscopic. I mean,
it's
small.
tiny.
Yeah, microscopic. But I ain't saying it couldn't happen.
Cut and throat. I'm expecting.
If you basted with it, I could see. Maybe. I don't know. I ain't saying it didn't happen.
But those things don't really work anyway. The grill brush you use now, if you use any aside from the board scraper, is the curly one.
Yeah, I do like those too.
Yeah,
they work, knock it off. You know, about the best thing I like using a piece of aluminum foil balled up and scraping with that, and
surely
then oil
that'll
and rag.
get.
No, I'm not getting pieces. No, they don't tear it up. I don't know. It's probably propaganda. Now that I look at it, you always got to be skeptical. You see stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know anybody personal.
I've heard for years that those can come off and get in your face.
Yeah.
And I could see that totally.
Yeah. I can see it. You chewed on them.
They're crappy and cheap anyway. If you need a good grill brush,
get a
good grill brush. Or like you said, those board scrapers.
Mm-hmm.
Those
or a piece
work
of
really
aluminum
well.
foil balled up. Or an onion. An onion does really good.
Lemons do really, really good. You know,
great. Yeah.
To disinfect a little. Yeah.
I'll tell you what I would like to find is, man, I've used all kinds of cleaners in my day, but when Traeger sent me a couple of grills, they sent me some of that cleaner they had. And I know they're just relabeling. It's not like they invented some kind of citrus cleaner. That stuff works so daggum good on all my grills. I mean, you spray it on and it just takes off grease and everything.
And it's all natural too.
And yeah, it's some kind of, and when you look at it, it's like a citrus oil based is all it is. And it's clear. I mean, it doesn't you use some degreasers, you get it on your hands and you can tell it's just ripped all your oil out of your skin. You wash them and they're dry and they crack and they're hard on you. This doesn't do that. So they're not paying me to say that. I just like it.
Yeah. So Traeger grill cleaner is the best you found.
That's the best I found. I hadn't bought any other.
What it is.
I think Grill Grates is making one now. I mean, when somebody's pitching it to these other companies, I'm sure. Yeah. We may do one. Yeah, I may do one.
I mean, if it's good, if it works.
HowToBBQRight citrus grill cleaner. Coming soon.
Well, when they clean hibachi grills, they use lemons.
Yeah.
They use cut lemons and clean them.
Scrub them.
Yeah. And they say that it works better than anything that they found.
It must be the essential oil and the peel or whatever that's doing it. But man, you would not believe if you hadn't tried that stuff on your grills. Try it.
Traeger grill cleaner. Yeah, it's in a real generic looking
bottle. Squirt bottle. I've used. Grease Lightning. The LA. What's the LA stuff I like?
That's from the dollar store.
From Dollar Tree. That's some good degreaser. I mean, it'll clean some racks now. But this lemon cleaner, I don't feel like it's causing cancer.
Is it called LA Totally Awesome?
Yeah, LA's Totally Awesome or something like that. That stuff's bad to the bone, but it'll scald you. Get it all, work on it for about a couple of hours, scrub it on stuff, see what happens to your skin.
They're so talented coming from the dollar store.
Yeah, I bet you can't sell it in California. It's called LA's Totally Awesome. They don't even let it sell it there.
Have you seen those things? It's almost like a grill pad you put down on your grill and cook on top, and you're supposed to get the grill marks through it. Have you seen that? And it makes the cleanup easier.
Man, yeah, I've seen infomercials on that. That's junk. A grilling mat it's where you can put grill marks on fish because it grills through it.
Yeah. I want to try one of those.
That's junk.
I love the SC. I love trying the SC on TV stuff.
Do you? Have you ever bought one of the things that work? I guess the only ones that I've used that I've bought different versions of have been the water hose.
Yeah, the water hose does work. Well, they sell them everywhere now. Yeah. They're legitimized now. Yeah.
I like those water hoses for barbecue. I mean, they don't last forever, but they make it through a season. You know, and I'll throw them away, buy another one.
They're
expandable hose. They're easier to throw in a 5-gallon bucket and rock and roll till you've wound up 150 foot of regular cord that's been trampled and grease poured on it and mud and just.
That used to be my job.
You were the hose girl.
Don't call me that.
Hose girl.
Oh, not anymore.
Can you get the hose?
I've moved up the ladder.
You've moved up, yeah. Now you're the chicken lady.
I used to be the hose. Now I'm in charge of chicken. It only took me 12 years. A Vortex.
Great gadget. And in fact, that's probably what I'm going to do a recipe with next week.
A Vortex?
I want to do some of that red snapper on it, on the hash shell. And the Vortex, high heat, probably not going to take 10, 15 minutes to cook it. And the Vortex is great. The only grill, and they say it works with all other kinds of grills. They've got, you can size it. There's small, medium, large. Is there extra large too?
No.
Small, medium, large. But they fit all different kinds of grills. Only one I've ever tried it is a Weber. It's like a metal cone with a wider base than the top. Looks like a little metal volcano. Build your coals in it. Screaming hot. Shoots it straight up. The dome of the Weber throws it out to the sides. You don't cook over it. You put your wood right over it. And you rock and roll. And it makes some of the best chicken wings I've had on a grill. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a really good gadget. And they're not expensive at all.
No.
I mean, you could probably make one.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had the thin sheet metal and a way to tack it.
Us.
You can buy them HowToBBQRight. Or your local grilling store probably.
Yeah. Most of them probably would.
I don't know why you wouldn't carry those. It's a great little accessory.
Yeah.
And everybody's, got a grill to fit in.
I imagine most grilling stores, probably barbecue shops, have a Vortex or something like that.
I need to test them out in the egg and see how they do.
They sell them for the egg.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's why I bought the big one first. I bought the wrong size because I said, well, I got an XL egg. I'll buy the large and it'll work in my Weber. But no, it was too big for the Weber.
Yeah. I know you've seen these things because they used them in the Bahamas, but it's like a pizza stone that goes on top of your grill.
Yes, I want one of those too. Yeah. And they were running them on like those black stones.
Yeah.
Like the propane grills. Yeah, fundraising style grill. Were those no, those are gas. They're gas controlled.
Yeah, they were.
And you set this, what it is, it's kind of it looks like the top of a pizza oven. Have you ever seen a pizza oven where it's got the walls that come up, the dome, a little bit dome top, slot to slide your pizza in? But what's in there is pizza stones on the top and the two sides and the back. And so it's basically like a little ceramic box with the front open so you can load the pizzas and unload them. Mm-hmm. Is what I think. I don't think it has anything. I think that's just a dome top, right? I don't think it has a stone up top.
I don't know.
So if you think about the side walls.
It's not that big. It's 15 inches.
Oh, it's big enough to put a pizza in.
Yeah.
And you could set on those event grills like you'd see at Sam's, like you're talking about. They're as long as a table, right? Probably not 6 foot, 4 or 5 foot long.
3?
You could set 2 or 3 of those pizza things on them. So they're kind of countertop size. And they make them, fit on, I think they make them to fit on, any grill. I mean different kinds of grills, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I pulled your cord there. What did you look the name of those up? Because I had found them.
Bakerstone, I think.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Bakerstone? I found them on Amazon. I just hadn't pulled the trigger on it yet. I've been wanting one, but it's like, how many times are you going to cook pizza? It's pretty cool. If you cook a lot of pizzas and you don't want to put a pizza oven outside, like, a lot of these people are pushing outdoor pizza ovens. Well, this is a great way to do it, take up less space, and you can move it so it doesn't stay there and you have to see it all the time.
Yeah, you can take it
away. Put it in your
and
garage or
grill.
wherever. Yeah, take it away and grill.
Yeah.
So it's a versatile type pizza oven. So it's not just doing that.
Because if you put a big old pizza oven in your backyard, that's all you can do.
Yeah.
There's no grilling. There's no
cooking on stone. That's right.
Yeah. One thing that we talk a lot about, a cheap oven thermometer can really come in handy as a little gadget.
No, I didn't think about that. That is a good gadget.
You can go buy them.
I recommend them to people all the time.
Yes. If you want to know what your great temp is running and you don't have a,
fancy probe type thermometer set up,
get you a cheap oven thermometer. They're little metal oven thermometers. They run about $5.
No, probably cheaper than that. I bet you can find them at a Dollar Tree.
Probably.
Or Dollar General or somewhere. But I recommend having several, especially if you're learning your grill.
Or
you don't need it all the time, but when you're first starting out and you're wanting to learn your hot spots or what temps are running or what it's actually, when you got food sitting there, what the temp is by it, those things are great. and you can buy them less than $5, probably $2 or $3, maybe even $1 if you find them in the right place. But they're worth it.
Yeah,
they work. I mean, the face of them's going to get smoked up and black. Take you a little degreaser or something, wipe it off, and they're good to go.
But once you learn your pit and learn,
you don't need them anymore.
You don't need them anymore, but they're really good for.
They're handy when you're learning. Yeah.
I put bug assault on here.
that's my fun little toy. It's a good accessory. Hey, it works. You can kill the crap out of some flies.
Really good at knocking them flies down.
Yeah, you're even good at it.
It's fun.
That is a gadget, I guess. It's not really a barbecue gadget, but hey. I keep it beside my recliner. And somebody opens the door, lets a fly in. That's his ass. I'm dirt rolling him. Call me the fly hunter.
Yeah.
It does not work on other insects. I've tried to shoot wasp and stuff with them, and it will piss a wasp off.
I tried to shoot a horsefly. I wasn't brave enough to shoot a wasp. I tried to shoot a horsefly. I shot a wasp with it. No, I
gave the wasp the window after that. I was like, it is not worth it. I'll see you later. Come back with some Raid.
Show that wasp what's up.
Yeah, they need to make different kind of ammo for it, for different bugs. You got a caliber.
Peppercorns.
You got a caliber. Don't need the shotgun version or whatever. The double alt version for bigger flying critters.
I don't think it's advised to shoot wasps with that thing.
I think horseflies are tough though, man. You think about
that horsefly was like.
I've killed one with it. It took about 20 shots.
You just kept going reloading. Yeah. Why won't you die?
They're tough, man. You can't even hardly squish them and they bite.
Barbecue gloves.
Oh, that's essential too.
Yeah.
Is that an accessory?
You need
my glove set up. I've done a video on it, the white glove, the nitro glove, and even
you need a hot glove too.
Yeah. Those
for grabbing grapes.
Yeah. Those are just for moving.
That's just for moving meat.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Oh yeah, but you're talking about like our black.
I'm talking all the gloves.
Thick gloves. Yeah. Those come in extra handy. I always keep a pair of them around for grabbing racks.
Yeah.
You're not going to pick up coals with them, but for grabbing racks, moving stuff around.
I always
I
always put them on when I'm
grill grates. They work great for picking up those.
You know,
put them on to shield my hand on chimneys. Yeah, cleaning out the PKs at state contests.
Yeah,
we put them on. I like the one. I don't like the big silicone ones you can't move around in. I like the ones where I can feel what I'm doing. So they're kind of the ones that we sell that we make. It's like a heavier knit glove on top of this like fireproof glove. So it's kind of two gloves all sewed into one.
Yeah.
But you have flexibility in it.
And
there's a bunch of different, you can find
everywhere.
them. Everybody's got them. We just got some label with our label on them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same type glove.
I don't want this to turn into an infomercial.
Yeah.
But,
I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm trying to tell you what I like to use.
Croc sticks you put on here. What are croc sticks?
Croc sticks is what I use to sharpen knives with. And they're
ceramic rods, correct?
They have a ceramic and they have like a metal. They're different sizes. Find them. I found them sporting goods stores, Amazon, whatever, but I keep them in my knife tote to keep my knife sharp because when you're doing what we do, sharp knives is important. And I'm not a knife sharpener guy. So you can either send your knives off or you can keep something where you can keep the edge on them yourself. And I
Croc sticks are the easiest thing to find.
Because usually the ones I have, there's two rods. There's like a coarser rod and then another stage. It's like a ceramic rod for the finer edge. And they go in this block of wood and the little top flips open, pull the rods out and stick them in these holes for whatever angle you want. And usually I go in, I think it's the 20-degree angle and it's predetermined. So you can't hold the knife wrong. As long as you hold it straight up and go down the rod, it's a perfect angle to put the edge on your knife, on your blade.
So it takes the uncertainty away.
Yeah. You don't have to, like say if you had a stone, you could get different stones or different things, but it's all on you to hold the right angle. Well, if you don't know what you're doing on that or, afraid you'll mess your good knife up, those croc sticks work great. And they last a long time too. You can even scuff them back up with a little sandpaper once you get enough metal on them or whatever, they're kind of coated. You can clean them up with a little sandpaper and get them right back.
It's like a $10, $15 item.
They're cheap.
Yeah, Amazon. I put Amazing Smoke Tube on here.
That was something I used to use. I have used it before.
They're good for smoking cheese.
They're good for cold smoking. But for adding, they were billed as, we're going to add all this extra smoke flavor to your pellet grills because people are complaining, oh, we're not getting enough smoke on pellet grills. And, it's fine. That's what pellet grills are. You can cold them down at lower temps and get a lot of smoke, or you can crank them up and you're going to get less smoke. It's going to cook the food. That's kind of learned what we did. But instead of using that smoke tube, I started taking just a piece of wood and putting it right on my deflector. And it burns, the wood smolders. It's like, it puts all that extra, like you're getting real smoke in there from that. And I don't put it down in the fire pot, but wherever on my heat deflector that my fire pot is, I'll put a stick of wood there and it's going to burn. It's not, I don't cook right over it but if it's back, on the side or in the corner or wherever, it's still going to smoke and smolder once it gets hot enough. Too. Easier to control. It's not going to add too many BTUs to what you're doing. You're getting real smoke flavor. And if you're cooking up high enough to where that thing's on fire, something's wrong anyway. You're not trying to burn it up. You just want it to smoke.
Yeah.
So I've found I get better smoke from that instead of using that tube.
The tube's really hard to get going too, light. I remember us having to use hand sanitizer to try to get it going.
Then it burns up too much. And it's just, I like the concept. For cheese, it's okay.
Yeah. For cheese.
Yeah. Smoking cheese.
Cambros. Dry coolers.
Yeah, you got to have those.
Something. And you don't have to buy those are more accessories.
Yeah,
more necessities.
Tools, yeah. Necessities.
You put quick boards on your list.
Oh, that's a good accessory. Those are just handy because it keeps things clean. If you'll notice that when we're doing videos, a lot of times when I'm working with raw meat, I don't put anything. I try not to ever put raw meat on my wood boards. I just don't like that. So what I'll do, I've bought these Smoky Mountain Smokers, I think sells a brand. And also you can get some from Barbecue Superstore. And that's usually two places I get them. It's
almost like a really thick
coated cardboard.
Piece of poster board.
Yeah. Some of them have the little edges with little, dye marks in them where you can fold them up to make a tray to catch any liquid or anything. I never do that. I just use them as a flat cutting board. They're great in contests and barbecue trailer for quick cleanup.
Tailgates,
they're great. We use them at the house all the time. Yeah. Makes cleanup easier. And you usually, I don't remember how much they cost, but you buy a stack, they come in like 25 count boxes usually. But they work great.
It's like $18.
And another thing that I like too that we use in contest, along that line is these table covers. And I think they're called quick covers or something like that. But if you think of a fitted sheet, it's like the plastic version of that for a table. So
6 foot folding table.
Yeah. So if you ever, go see those table covers, you can buy it like the roll at Sam's that you can never get to stay on the table. You have to tape it or buy these clips. Oh, you don't have to do all that. They sell them it's got like elastic around it and a little piece of peel off tape in the middle.
I never peel the tape off. The elastic
you don't have
works,
to.
Yeah.
But that makes cleanup for your tables super easy too.
Yeah.
And they're, easy to throw in a table.
You can throw one out and throw all your, at Memphis MA, we put one on a 6 foot table. You threw all your ribs out, seasoned them up, did everything you want to do, got them on the smoker, and then we just pulled that off and threw it away.
Right in the garbage can and boom, your table's clean.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they're good for stuff like that, especially if you're doing fundraising.
That's a real handy accessory to have.
What about dry aging equipment? Have you seen that stuff?
I'm not a fan of dry age.
Yeah.
I like wet age. And we're talking beef. That's all I'm talking. Yeah. But I like when, it's got 30 to 45 days on beef in the cryovac, starting to break down some, but it doesn't start getting that flavor that I'm not crazy about that dry age wanginess. That's the best way to call it, wanginess. Everybody, you see people go crazy over dry aged beef. It costs more and it's this and that. Man, I'm just not a fan.
It's just not for you.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine if you want to dry age it, do it.
Have you seen those smoke chambers? They had one at, when we went to the CAB board.
For making drinks and stuff?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. It's like that glass.
Oh, yeah. They were doing that for,
they were doing some type of steak in there.
He had cooked the steak and it was cut it up and it was stacking it and putting it in there to put some extra smoke on it. Yeah, I'm saying I would never use anything like that.
Yeah. How would you, once it's cooked, can you add that smoke flavor?
Yeah, I guess you could put smoke in anything like that and, put some foul smoke on it. That's just some hipster mess there. You got to put some smoke on something after it's done. You see them do this drink mixologist, and they're putting, come on, man. If that's your thing, hey, I'm not judging you. That's just not for me.
Chicken leg hangers.
I do like those.
Yeah.
And wing hangers.
Yeah. Or,
it makes cooking those drumsticks really cool and easy.
Yeah. It's kind of, or the beer can.
The beer can, chicken holders.
holders.
Yeah, man, those are good accessories.
Or the things where you put the little peppers in.
That's a crap one there. I tried that one. They come with the little core and all that. No.
The core works.
ABT thing? No. Roll them up, throw them on the grill flat. That thing don't work. Putting the pepper in it, standing it up. That's a gimmick.
Anything else?
That's a lot of. I'm sure we can come up with some
gadgets?
more if we sit here all day. But
Maybe an injector.
Yeah. Injectors are good gadgets.
Yeah.
I don't have a favorite one right now. I'm still using the BDIs that I can't get anymore. Luckily, I just have some that I've taken care of over the years.
When I typed in barbecue gadgets when we were talking about this, and coming up with some ideas, some terrible stuff.
What was the craziest stuff you saw?
One of it was like something you set up next to your grill, and it holds like your paper towel roll, and it's got hooks to hang all your crappy accessories that you don't need. Useless
your
accessories.
Big tongs and your big spatulas and your big fork, all those things. Yeah, no, I don't like that.
That mat came up, that barbecue mat.
Somebody did make a paper towel holder that was cool.
It's like a tailgater.
Is that who? Yeah, I think so. OBR had some branded up with OBR on them. But I think Jay has one where you hang them up on your 10x10 pop-up tent, and it keeps it tight enough to where it kind of turns it into a paper towel dispenser. Yeah. You don't just let it free roll with the wind and all your paper towel ends up unrolling.
You just throw your paper towel on it, hang it up, and
it's like made out of little pieces of PVC pipe that they've channeled up. That's pretty cool.
It's something you could easily make yourself, you know.
Yeah, it's cool, but I use a bungee cord. We'll just run a bungee through there.
But the problem with the bungee cord is that it
if you get it too loose, it'll let it roll. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Especially if you're outside. The bungee works on the inside, inside the trailer. Collapsible garbage cans, This is starting to get into like tailgating and barbecue contests.
No, I think we can sit here and think about other stuff like that all the time. But
you always need a grill cover too.
Yeah. That's
not a gadget. That's more of an accessory. Yeah. Where do you draw the line between gadget and accessory?
I don't know. Gadgets to me are more. When I think of gadget, I think of something electronic.
Yeah, you're right.
And then accessory is non. So but there's kind of the same category, But
well, would this be a gadget or an accessory? This what is it called?
That'd be an accessory.
That's an accessory. Heat wave.
Yeah.
Aftermarket.
Yeah, aftermarket. It's definitely aftermarket accessory.
Yeah.
That's what I would classify it as if you want to classify it, but it could call it a gadget too.
Well, now we got to try it.
Yeah.
Report back.
Oh, I'm going to. I'll probably use it in at least an Instagram video or something.
Yeah.
See how it does. Yeah. If it works.
And he gave us an extra one. He said, give one of these away. So we'll probably do something like in an Instagram or something.
Yeah. I'm down for that.
Or on the podcast.
What else we got coming up? I know we talked about earlier, we got the state contest. We're going to Melbourne, Arkansas. Mm-hmm. Video coming next week.
Yep. Back on the grind. It all starts next week.
That's it. I'm ready.
We gave him a month to catch up.
That's right. So, your vacation is over. Yep. Now you got to go back to editing. I want to do a podcast on talking about our process for doing a video sometime.
Or what our day-to-day week is.
What that week's like. When we're putting together because with these podcasts, there ain't no producer to it. You may have to cut out my coughs or something.
Yeah.
I get verklempt. but other than that, you don't do much. You pretty much put the audio up. We'll talk. That's something to talk about later.
But I also want to go through
video is a big deal.
It's not just the video and the recipe. We do inventory. We do. Yeah.
Oh, you want to talk about all the business side?
I want to talk about all of it.
All right, lay it out there.
This is what we do. This is what we spend 80 hours a week on.
Well, that's fun. That's a good podcast. I might start a flight or two. Right.
But we'll have it recorded. We can go back and listen to it and see who was really right.
I told you I did all this. Why you just sit there doing nothing?
That's not what I say at all. I say, look at that handsome man over there doing nothing. All right. Well, that's all. That's all our time today.
So you ready to go get some Mediterranean stuff and get it cooking?
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do. And Shell, tell them where you can find us.
If you'd like to connect with Malcolm, it's HowToBBQRight on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and as always on YouTube. If you'd like to connect with me, it's Miss Southern Shell on Instagram.
And we appreciate y'all listening to the podcast, watching on YouTube, and we're coming back with cooking video next week. We'll see y'all.